Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Total Party Chaos. I am joined today by all these fantastic people. Y'all want to give your introductions real quick? We'll go around just the normal way we normally do.
Hello, hello. My name is Jacob or JC, and today I am playing Dante Smokespat, the Fire Genasi, with a sister that is better than him in every way except for she's not. Things to remember is that he hit good.
What?
That's on you. Go. I passed.
Hi, I'm Haley, and I play Ash Smokesbite, the Fire Genasi, who is on an adventure with her brother.
And JC turned beet red as soon as he said that, in case anyone missed that.
I missed what
He is
what
still
was
beet
said.
red.
I thought
He
it
says
was funny.
he hit good, like he's a good barbarian. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
And now he's embarrassed.
For all you audio listeners out there.
For
Got the breakdown.
for everyone
You
who's
just
not
have to
watching.
describe the fact
For
that
those who
I
are
am
watching,
cosplaying a fucking Ruby right now.
well said. Well said.
Mhm.
For everyone who is watching, I'm Natalie. I play Doll, the flesh amalgamation of monsters, and I'm struggling, so appreciate your patience, and thanks for still tuning in.
It worked in her favor.
It did. It absolutely did. All right. Well, I'm Billy, and I am your DM, GM, all those fantastic things, and I am your host for tonight's episode as we jump into episode 13 of Total Party Chaos, Arc 3, Veiled Pursuits. Before we jump into all of the great and wild shenanigans of the episode, I'd like to kick off our fantastic... I'm going to start with our sponsor first, because there's a lot to recap from last episode. So, if you guys don't mind, check out the screen for anybody watching at home, and check out Into the AM! Boom, 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 boom! It's great! They deserve so much. They are such a cool, awesome company that decided to let us be little affiliates together. But also, anytime you use the code word TAILS, you get 10% off your order of some really fantastic shirts. They have a ton of different products on there, but I'm a big fan of space lo-fi, and I feel like they have a very big category for space lo-fi. But they also have like a lot of really cool, neat kind of like pop graphic tees, like popping graphic tees, not actually like pop culture. I mean, it's neat stuff, but it can't be categorized like that. I'm just slaughtering it for you. Into the AM speaks for themselves. Go to their website, check out their amazing merchandise, and anything that you buy actually helps out the show and helps us fund some other cool stuff. So I know we have some really cool projects on the rise in the next couple weeks, and you're going to help fund that thing. So thank you for being fantastic. And also, the last plug that I will throw in is we are still doing our Patreon stuff. So if you don't mind going to check out our fantastic Patreon, we have a lot of really cool, awesome little tidbits and bonus material that I'm sure anybody who's a fan of our, all of our shows would absolutely love. And starting soon, there may even be a show of its own that lives directly on Patreon. But, we'll figure that out as it goes. So, you're all fantastic. You're great. I'll kick off the sponsor stuff and all of the good little shout-outs, and we'll jump right back into the main stuff. Let's do a recap of last episode. Normally we do it in character, but it's been a month. Everyone has had a lot of time to digest in between, so I'm just gonna run it down for you guys in the best possible way I can. You know what? I'll even go better. I'll recap the entire thing as Argyle. So, jumping into it. So, we're talking about last episode. Where we picked up off was you guys started after a big earthquake happened, and a lot of bad stuff kind of rocked the grounds a little bit. You guys went to go investigate. You found a big portal that kind of opened up, and a big wriggly black arm, black obsidian-like arm, stuck its hand out. one of you casted a really awesome spell and shut that portal and cut that arm directly off as the arm fell to the ground and wriggled its way into existence. And it died and fell on the ground. And y'all did some investigation. You checked out what was wrong with it. There was a big metal band that was stretched out around the arm. As you got the metal band off the arm, you were taking your time to figure out what it was. And then, after that, Dahl, you went to go meet up with Luther after seeing Luther standing on the edge of the crater. And all of you prepped for what was to be a really scary shakedown with a satyr man that, quite possibly in my own words, I don't know if it warranted that shakedown, but, you know, I'm stuck with the party and they kind of just do their own thing and I serve the drinks, I guess. Anyway, they went to the satyr man's house. They all worried about the taste of almonds for a little bit and talked about what kind of nuts they weren't into or something. And then they went in and talked to Luther. And as they were talking to Luther, Luther had tea with Dahl, and everybody gave him some really shocking looks. And after a little bit of time spent with Luther, and his maybe foreshadowing being a villain or maybe not, he did give off a lot of information that we possibly didn't have beforehand. To begin with, the Beatles were here for a while and adapted to the culture here before they were pulled back in. Luther wasn't here for either parts of them getting pulled in or them arriving here when the town disappeared. One big takeaway from Luther was Luther wanted to hire Dahl and their team to possibly defend in case something came back and attacked the town. The other big key takeaway was that you guys were leaving. Dahl, you said you were planning on the team was leaving the town, and Luther said he'd do his best to defend the town. But he also really emphasized to the group of you that he didn't want harm to come to the people that were coming back if that was to happen. He did also identify that bracelet that was wrapped around that arm as a wedding band, and that wedding band was belonged to the leader of the beetle humanoids, and the beetle humanoid's wife. I'm sorry, I apologize. Get that correct. That's in my notes. There's a little beer stain on it. Then from there, you all discussed what was going on. You all put big grassy root pillars in front of all the doors and windows of Luther's house because you were pretty sure he was going to try to escape. He did tell you about his little backdoor plan, and well, he didn't use it. Yeah, then Dahl, you left. He did give you a little teacup, and you went back with the group. The rest of you went back to the old business area to get some more information on everything going on. And in that time, you found out that the person that took over the Smoke Spite's old store was actually a water genasi named Flo. Then after that, we bickled about how business rivals are wild, and that's where you guys all left off at. And the whole time, no one's checked on me once. I've been sitting here serving beer and trying to keep the town okay, and you sleep in my caravan. So, all right, I think that's. Oh, the other thing to very much note, I apologize, it was cliff note at the bottom. There were pink vines. Then you did get more information on the pink vines. It did lead to kind of a catastrophic Yggdrasil tree, like doomsday plan. But you found out that it was taken from the ecosystem, and it's kind of in its last legs based on what's going on. But I don't know any of that, and I just, I'm just saying what I think happened. So, great. And they all paid me my fair wages. That's about it. So, other than that, Argyle out. And he finishes his diary entry. And that's over. And the recap is ended. Hopefully I recapped everything.
Diary of fourth wall breaking.
If you want a better in-depth rundown of last episode, please go watch last episode. That would be absolutely fantastic. But with all that out of the way, well, we are going to begin episode 13 of Arc 3 Veiled Pursuits. So, grab those smut books. Fight for your ecosystems. I gotta change it one day. It's time.
At one point.
It's time for another episode of Total Party Chaos Arc 3 Veiled Pursuits. Let's do it. Transition, motherfucker. Oh, motherfucking transition. It's been too long.
Chaos!
Okay. We're going to pick back up directly at the Smoke Spites old shop with all of the beetle people kind of like, the humanoids infected with the beetle, like, plague thing that's going on. The citizens of Pendragon, as they're all kind of like scattered around in their own separate little areas. You guys are basically just getting over all of the lore that you guys picked up on last time. It is roughly around like probably like mid-afternoon at this point, as you guys did pick up after breakfast last time when all of you guys got sleep and kind of recovered after everything going on. The town just seems to be idle at the moment. Everybody's kind of in their own ways. You guys really just have the moment to kind of collect and regroup after everything that's happened. You did just learn all that information. I'd say, just for the sake of a month being passed, I will describe. All of you are just standing right in the lobby area of the old store. All of the humanoids are all sitting at the tables, eating some of the food that you brought to them. I will also mention you did very much emphasize to these group of people that they're probably going to have to learn to provide for themselves at some point because the food stock is running out. Because you did create the food for them. So they are eating some of the rations, and you guys are just kind of standing around looking at the group of people all together. Foxmoth did retire back to the caravan for the moment. After learning all that information, they had an overload and needed a moment to just kind of like stand off by themselves. For the
Very much so, not avoidance and consequences.
Yes, absolutely. Picking up. You three are outside? Well, inside the lobby, I apologize.
We might want to tell the mayor to, like, take everybody out of here. Like, I don't really think it's safe for them to be here anymore, and, like, their food is, like, running out. So, I don't know if we could plant that bug in her ear. Not meaning that to be or tone deaf, considering she's a bug. Anyways.
Normally, when you're about to force someone out of a town, you tell them where to go. I don't know if we have a destination for them if we are going to try to kick them out.
Didn't we see, like, a big explosion coming from the biggest nearby town? Like, in that direction?
That was this town.
Mm-hmm.
That's what led us here in the first place.
Oh, that's right. My brain is half rotted anyways.
It's been a month. We're back.
Yes, okay. Do we know where the next biggest town is? Or do we think Argyle might know?
I bet Argyle knows where the next town is. At least these people might know what used to be around. I doubt anywhere is safe, to be completely honest with you. It seems a shame to give up on the town now.
Also,
everywhere is struggling, I believe.
And how likely do you think another town would be willing to take half and halves? They ain't exactly going to integrate back into society easily.
Right. Yes, that's a good point. That is tricky. I just don't know. I was gonna say they could maybe try farming around here or going to the next town to see if they could farm, but it seems like everybody's plants are kind of dying off anyways, which makes the situation really tricky.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I
kind
don't
of
know
like
what we
stay
can
here and
do.
die,
Like,
or leave and die. Sorry.
I might be able to reach out and see if we've got anyone we can spare to help the town again. But it'd be more of a training situation than a savior situation. I don't know what we originally did to help this town and if it was just that store, but if the smoke spots want a foothold here, then we're gonna need to make sure this town doesn't fall under it. Depends on if we even want to be around. The explosions keep going off.
If this is like a business transaction, I don't know what you guys would gain from it by bringing people in.
That's the problem.
I guess that's the sunk cost fallacy, is just keep putting money and resources into something you've already put a bunch of money and resources into, you know?
I don't think they're gonna go for it.
I don't think so either, but I mean, the other option is just leaving him here. And that doesn't feel right either.
Guess we can leave that choice up to them. Guess we can ask them. Because they may not even know what their options are.
How do you even frame that choice? You can't exactly walk up to someone and say, stay and die or leave and get killed.
You have such a way with words.
I'm
Oh my
gifted.
gosh. Wow. Of course, there are better ways of phrasing it. Like, I don't know, we can pull the mayor aside and lay out the facts and try to come up with a plan. Sometimes that's better than just delivering harsh news.
I guess we,
You seem
give him the
disappointed.
facts. Give him the facts and see what they have to say, and there's only so much we can offer them, you know?
I guess this is the path we're taking. We might as well do it.
Doll, did you want to talk to the mayor?
I definitely can, but out of character as my internet shitting on all of you. Can you even hear me? No?
Yeah. Yeah, we got you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, I can absolutely talk to the mayor. Mr. DM, looking around, do I spot the mayor anywhere?
Mayor Maribel is probably like mixed in with the group of people eating. Honestly, she's probably sitting at a table like just with more respected, like not respected, but more elderly members of the town, just eating her rations as well. You see her like dirty blonde hair, kind of like messed up under, like like covered by the cloak that she's wearing right now.
I turn back to Ash and Dante. Do you both want to be, I think you both should be in on this conversation, given that you have kind of this lucrative side that you can explain better than I probably could even imagine doing so. I'm not very business oriented. But also, should we like include the other elders in this conversation or just her? As I'm saying it out loud, maybe just her.
I guess we let her have the opportunity, you know, for an aside, and if she refuses, then group.
Okay.
The kind of situation where
True.
you walk up and say, Miss Mayor, if we could pull you aside for some news real quick. We have something that we'd like to let you know first. And then if she says something heroic and stupid like, the news for me is news for all of my people, dumb
Yes.
shit like that, then we can drop it on her ass. But
That's exactly what I had in mind, Dante.
I don't know if she'll say that, but good know.
everyone has the opportunity to be stupid.
Yeah. And
It's
I
true.
promise
It is
you,
free.
most people take the stupid option.
It's true. It requires less brain power. Let's go forth and do that. I'm gonna take some creaky steps over to her, and just kind of stand next to her, not touch her or anything. Hey, Mayor Maribel. Good to see you, girl. Could we have your ear for like just a sec?
You can have it for more than a second. You fed the whole town. You have my attention more than anybody here right now. Absolutely. She gets up front. She goes, "I'll be right back, everybody. Please, just keep eating your food." And starts following you, doll.
Awesome. I'm gonna lead her to the upstairs room if that's still an option if we're in that building.
So
Are we in this?
So there's it's not upstairs, but there is like, or at least like you guys haven't gone up the stairs in this building yet. There are stairs that is like piled up with a bunch of stuff. But there is like a room where Brooke had her office. Yeah, and then there's the medical tent.
You can go to the office.
She follows you guys right in.
In there. Okay. So, Mayor, hi. We just kind of wanted to brief you on the situation here, and just kind of let you know what's been going on and maybe how we can help you guys.
Yeah.
So, wow, where do I even begin? Okay, so the town is running low on rations, and we're up against some really steep roadblocks right now that have all of us here concerned. And we thought we might reflect that back to you and see what you think, and maybe we can kind of just ideate together on some ideas that we can come up with to help you. I'm repeating myself at this point.
No,
But yes, go for it.
I'm just. I mean, if you, I didn't want to say it either, but if you all are volunteering to stay around and keep doing the thing you were doing with the food, that would. I mean, that's what the glacial exchange was doing, and it kept us afloat for a while.
That's the kicker, man. We ain't got the supplies to do that.
Oh,
We also have been contracted elsewhere. Today might be one of our last days here, but we didn't want to leave you here stuck without setting you up for success or potential success going forward. With all of that being said, we've considered a few options for you.
oh. Okay.
Number one would be you keeping camp here, and maybe, I don't know if the Smoke Spites would be willing to do this, but setting up some programs to help you and each other out, training, learning how to defend yourselves from things coming through the portal. Unfortunately, I don't think what we saw come out of the portal is going to be the last thing that tries to come through. So it's going to be really important for you and your people to have that foundation of self-defense and self-security and food security in case you all want to stay here. That is one option. The next option is migrating your people to a safer space. Now, I'm sure we can pull together some towns for you all to pioneer to. However, I'm going to rely on your local knowledge of the area to maybe think up some places that you might trust, any good other leaders in these towns that you might have positive relationships with, sister cities, things like that.
You see her,
And
she's
then
visibly
maybe...
shaking as you're talking.
Okay, we can take a step back then a little bit. I'm running through these options pretty quickly. You look like you have some concerns. What's up?
I don't mean to be, to sound, not like I trust you, the plans that you all have come up with, but we have sick and elderly, and people are pretty beat up from everything that happened. We've only been back here for a little over 24, maybe 36 hours at this point. 48 hours now, I believe. Sorry, time is slipping by, but we love you, Steve.
So then how were the Glacial Express feeding you before we...
Well, they've just been in the town before us. And I misspoke, I apologize, but they...
No, just double checking.
It seemed like they'd be fixtures here for a while. And it seemed like, well, I probably shouldn't say it, but I know they were supporting the people before us. And I figured they wouldn't just up and leave when they were on.
Did.
Yeah. But...
What?
Yeah.
One second, what did you mean they were supporting the people before?
Well, I only know this because I talked to Luther, but the Glacial Exchange was supporting the people that were in this town before us. They were feeding them and keeping them okay. I don't know if it was transactional or what it was, but they were keeping them fed and safe. I don't know about safe, but fed.
Okay, they had them posted up here for a while before you even return. Alright, thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
My only concern is I haven't been back to these lands in a very long time. I don't know what's out there. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what the land looks like at all. I couldn't even.
But you do know what's in here.
In this Pennegraven?
Mm-hmm. You, at the very least, you have a better idea about what's in the city.
Well, I mean, if what happened, if more explosions happen, and I don't know, I just don't know what is the safer option at this point. And it sounds like with the smoke spites' help, we would maybe get somebody to help train us, but I don't think it'd probably be a very long time before they would arrive, I would assume. And if you are contracted to leave, our people would...
How long have you been gone? What were you doing? I don't remember if we spoke about this, but how have you been staying alive?
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Well, 20.
She looks like she's really nervous, and then kind of like looks at you for a moment and goes, okay. Obviously you've noticed everything happening with, well, us, and, what everyone here is affected from, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's not... When we swapped places, is how I understand it, with the others that populated this town. We went to what seemed to be like a primitive area, like a place that was not built the same way. Maybe not primitive, but just foreign. It was a foreign land, and it was very different to us. We've been, from what I gathered and what I understand, we've been gone for roughly 19 to 20 years compared to the 1 year that's been here, from what Luther has told me. Not saying you don't notice the gray in my hair, but it's been a while. At first, it was difficult, and we lost a lot of our original community, but we hunkered down in the town. We ripped apart what we could and just put up walls. A lot of the food there wasn't something we recognized, at least based on what we could find, so hunting and gathering was just kind of the luck of the draw, and this led to a lot of the community not returning. We did find a plentiful kind of bounty of food at some point. It grew off these trees, and these like real mutated looking trees, and the more that we ate, the more we started realizing things would change on us. But that's what led to this. I don't know if it was different for the people that were maybe born there, but what you're seeing on us is basically a lot of the society that's already there. It's just they're fully, like, what you see, our parts are just full on them. We didn't have to defend.
Tell me about your wife.
My who?
What happened to her?
I didn't have...
Was it not your wife? Sorry, I thought it was her, the mayor's wife?
Oh,
You said it was?
apologize. The leader of... if this is what I'm assuming, it's the leader of the town that left.
I see. I realize now. Swap
I've learned it from
places,
Luther.
And the leader of the other place.
Mm.
Cool. No, that's fine. That wasn't in character if that was the...
Nope, that's okay. She just nods her head and goes, I don't know a lot about the town. I just know it was different. But when we were there, in their world, I think, I don't know if it was a world, but it was just a different land. It was a foreign land. We didn't really get we didn't have to fend off. I mean, everybody just kind of did their own thing. And maybe we were lucky. I don't know, but it just.
So I think y'all need to dig back deep. Remember what you did to survive there, and that's exactly what you need to do to survive here. The only difference is you need to protect yourselves too. Hunting, gathering, exactly what you were doing, and that's how you rebuild a town. You can't do it relying on supplies from others.
But it was so... She, looks defeated, but she kind of takes your words for, I mean, what happens? We're not equipped to handle whatever these explosions are. I mean, and where do we go for safety? The town just seems like... We're gonna be right back! Give us 2 seconds!
Be right back.
Check out this cool
check.
screen. All right, we are back.
You're looking a lot better now.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Let's party.
Mayor Maribel is just taken aback. She kind of looks back at you guys and goes, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, your team is obviously you have a contract you have to fulfill. You have obligations. We will do our best, and any training that we can get offered, I guess that's going to be the only thing we can do. So.
Oh, the will to stay is more than enough hope that I need. I will let you know when I hear back.
Hey, thank you for rating, people. You're fantastic. That noise scares the life out of me every single time. She gives you a nod and just says, "Okay, I will let the town know, I guess, and we'll go from there."
If there's anything before we leave, you are still more knowledgeable about this town than we are. If there's anything of note that we can be doing in the short term, and I mean things that we can get done today, tomorrow, anything that we should be looking at that might help us know why shit's exploding in the middle of town, anything that stood out to you, looked weird, looked out of place, anything that Brooke didn't let you look at.
She looks nervous for a moment and kind of looks back at the group of you and says, "I think I know what the explosion is. And she kind of just looks down and you see her fiddling with her hands. She goes,
Man, this is no time for hesitation on it. You got a short-term window for us to be able to do something about it.
I think something's trying to get back through. And I assume you guys have seen a little bit from it already, but that explosion, from my knowledge, is what happened when we came back. And I think it's what happened when we left. So I assume something's trying to get back.
How did you get back? Was it something you jumped through, something you did, or something that just happened?
It was so weird. It was something that just happened. I mean, we were going through our normal routines, our normal days, and there was a moment where all of us just got pulled in the same general direction. We all blacked out. Every person that I know blacked out, pulled right into the middle. That's when we lost consciousness and we woke back up in the town. It's the same thing that happened the first time. We got pulled into the middle and we blacked out and we woke up.
When you were in the other town, the other place,
yeah,
what did you find there originally? Was there anything of note? Any sort of magical residue or sigils or circles or anything going on? An explosion that happened on that side?
I mean, yeah, there was an explosion that happened on that side, but we weren't. From what I gathered, it was us entering the town. It happened after we were already there. And I will say it wasn't the cleanest thing that happened. There were people that suffered pretty heavy injuries and some people that were too injured to help. But yeah, we woke up and it felt like we fell asleep and somebody just beat us with a sack of rocks or something. It was interesting. But as for anything magical or anything arcana, no, I didn't. I mean, I just noticed the wreckage, and I mean, there is one other thing that maybe it's interesting for them, but it doesn't seem like it had anything to do with the explosion. But I don't know if they had like a god they worshipped or something, or like maybe they had a devout religion that they followed. But some of the homes had some like real foreign sigils that were like inscribed inside of their homes on some of the walls, but I don't know if those two connected. It might have just been a thing that they do there.
Was it the same sigil over and over again, or was it different things everywhere?
It was very common for like I would go into like the separate empty homes, and they would be the same. It was just like
Did you
different.
draw it for me?
Yeah, absolutely. And she
Here, and I give her my book. I flip to like one of the back empty pages. I feel like when I flip to the back, it just makes a new page for me. and I get her to draw it in there for me.
Yeah, give me just a moment. Let me. 2 seconds.
You can give it to me later if you just want to.
Yeah, she just starts kind of like
Drawing
doodling
it
it out.
Yeah.
And
Thank you. I will look into it. Thank you.
for sure, thank you. Gives a nod to the group of you. In the meantime, I don't know. I mean, could I ask the group of you for something that could help us? And she looks like real like bashful in the thing she's about to say. Maybe if whatever's coming through was dispatched with, we wouldn't have the problem here anymore. We could. I know you have a contract and you have a thing you need to do, but maybe we could hire you to deal with the problem. We don't have much, but I can figure something out. But I don't think we're going to be able to handle whatever's coming through that.
We're not making any promises. We have to do some things before we find out exactly what we can do to help.
Okay.
But if anything between now and when we leave happens, you'll have us, I imagine, or you'll have me, and I look to the other two.
Yes, you'll definitely have me, but the thing is that I don't know if the thing coming through is the only thing that's going to be a problem for all of you. It could just be one of many.
It could be. I don't. I just. Maybe it'll buy us some time. You know? Maybe if whatever it is, it gets, gone, then we could.
Stops exploding the middle of your town?
Can't really build on land that keeps exploding, you know?
No. Seems like whatever decided to go back wants to come back already. Especially if time dilation works the way it works. They may have just gone back to pick something up.
Yeah. But
Do you know if, did anyone stick around, even if they passed in the time that you were gone? Was there anyone that was missing that didn't get pulled in?
well, now that you mention it, Luther was, I think he was out of from what he's told me, he was out of the town when everything happened.
Yes. I wonder how far out of town. Interesting. All right, thank you.
He did say where he was. Um, did he not? I thought he did. And I thought I wrote it down.
He was, for
It was the
reminder,
next town
he-
over.
yeah, he was outside the town walls picking gathering herbs and he was outside the city limits.
He wasn't in another town, though.
He wasn't in
He was
another
just
town.
outside.
Yeah, he was just
Okay.
gathering different herbs and stuff.
Maybe it's time to post up outside of town before another explosion.
And you know, Maribel, Luther is very resourceful. And he cares a lot about all of you. I would really lean on him during this very difficult time to lead you guys maybe into some safer areas where he feels it could be more conducive to your ecological existence. Like, he probably knows the best places to maybe start farming again, or definitely foraging. Maybe even to the scale that can support the population here. I would ask him, pay him a little visit.
I'll reach out. I mean, I've talked to him a little bit already, but he kind of stays to himself most days. Yeah, I will talk to him and I'll see what we can do. Thank you all for everything. I know I don't mean to make Pentagraven your problem, and I do appreciate all of the help you've provided. I mean, you've already done wonders for us. If it's any consolation, no matter what happens from here on, I mean, you've already done more than anybody should or would. So thank you.
Thank you. You guys have supported us too and welcomed us with open arms. So that's worth a lot of hugs if you were to quantify it. Yeah. Thank you.
That's a good currency. I respect it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go figure out how to break this to my people. I don't know what you want to do in the meantime. Thank you all.
We're gonna need some time to think about what you asked of us on the secondary. We do have 2 other people that we drag around with us, so we might need to go talk to them as well. So we might do that.
Okay. Well, I'll be around if you need me. So
You know where to find us.
same. Thank you.
Thanks, Maribel.
Goodbye. And she leaves the room and heads out.
She.
It was heavy.
I almost feel bad.
Almost.
I don't know what they're gonna do, honestly. I'm even not wanting to sleep in this place again.
It was only a day or 2 before the portal opened again, right? It's only been a day or so.
If anyone can count to 24, it's showing up at a give or take a couple hours every day. If it continues on that trend. Granted,
Right.
we've only gotten twice.
I mean, do we want to stick around and see if it opens and try to fight whatever comes through that? I mean, there's always a possibility that we can't fight it off. And then what? It just destroys the town and the people here?
Well, if we fuck off to another, do what we're actually supposed to be doing, it's going to either break through, not come through, or when it does break through, it's going to decide that the town is its own personal feeding ground.
Right.
Or just swap again, right?
It could just swap. It could also just fuck off into the woods. There's multiple things that could happen. Not everything ends in the annihilation of the town and the people.
The shop stayed open for a while after the first swap, and then the Water Genasi, they were here before the second swap.
Mm.
So
Does
these things,
seem
the people that came across, they weren't barbarians. They
I
weren't.
would have thought at least one of the Water Genasi would have gotten eaten if they were, at least.
So what's coming clawing through that hole is what? I'm not sure.
Well, we're talking about Tom being all fucked up, ain't we?
That's very true.
I mean, if they
How many-
were to stay,
it-
they are on. Am I delayed?
No, sorry, that was just me plain interrupting you, darling.
No, you're fine. I'm wondering if I am interrupting you because I
No, you're
yeah, I still
No,
don't
that
know
was
if
just
my
genuine.
internet is working.
Communication breakdown right there.
I was just gonna say they are on a degenerative timeline if they do stay here. Like, it seems like even if they swap back and forth, when they come back, there's even fewer resources than when they first started with. And if they keep going back and forth, it's just gonna get worse, or something's gonna come through and just wipe them out. I don't think staying here is a good option for them.
Unless
Either
they
way.
learn to buckle down and, fucking take care of themselves. Which, to be fair, it doesn't matter if there's a monster coming through the gate or not. If they don't take care of themselves or learn how to, they're fucked either way. That ain't the least of my worries. Worries about immediate
true.
annihilation. If they kill themselves, that's on them.
What if what's coming through ain't a monster, though?
Then we don't have to worry.
That's the best case scenario.
Just new townspeople, right?
More to add to their dwindling, starving, injured, aging population.
Look,
Yeah.
let's say, hypothetically, we're standing at the edge or fucking wherever the safe zone is for when the explosion happens. That we ain't hit, we ain't shred, nothing like that, but we walk up and something comes through the portal. As long as that fucking thing ain't trying to wring the flesh from my bones, I couldn't give two shits.
Yeah.
I guess the real question is, do we want to stick around and find out?
Spend the extra day. Because,
Do we
well,
have
at
an
this
extra
point-
day?
well, at this point, we've got several people fucking mad at us anyway for sticking around. Mr. Moon is already gave me a little bit of a ring check-in on how we're doing. Doesn't understand why we're stopping in this town. For the
Think an
record, for
extra
the
day
two
would
of you,
just
giving him minor descriptions, he's tolerant of the three of us, but apparently Fox has already done some stuff that he thinks she's a loose cannon, so he ain't the happiest with her. Otherwise, as you know, you and I have someone that's a little excited for us to get on the road.
Yeah. That's the other person I wanted to check in with.
I think she's gonna
Well,
know who No Flow is.
I wonder.
so sorry, really quick. I mean, if we do want to leave, we can always try covering that crater before we leave. I can use my fancy dirt spell like I used to cover up or build pillars in front of Luther's house to smooth it back over. Maybe try to compact it a little bit. That's not to say it won't explode open again. We're still
Yeah.
next time.
I'm not
It's
sure that
something.
the dirt is what's keeping it at bay.
No, I think it's just gonna keep on exploding every time something happens, and I think your idea of Luth of finding them a spot outside the walls to exist is gonna be better than them staying here.
His point, us staying is out of morbid curiosity more than anything else.
I don't want to stay here. I do not want to end up in another plane or dimension where I grow scales like that. I'm not interested, even a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna camp outside the walls tonight if we stay another night.
Oh, that's fair. I agree with you.
I'm not risking
Okay.
it.
That's fair. We
I
ain't
think we
staying
should
there,
just
huh?
go.
We
to
have an evil and
Maribel.
benevolent god that presides above us, and I do not trust him to spare us from this town.
Look, either we'll be packing up, some shit's gonna go wrong, and we'll be here for it, or nothing's gonna go wrong and we're gonna leave it. Hate to say it, but it almost would have been easier for us to just turn around and leave right away when we saw the barricade was made out of our name.
Mother
Then
would
again,
not
that
be
means
happy
Brooke
about
would have
that,
actually
though.
gotten something on us, and fuck her. So,
Yeah. I think I gotta go quickly check something.
I'll go talk to Maribel.
I'm
Just
gonna
let
go
her
to the
know
crater if you two don't object.
Yeah.
Maybe we can meet back up at the caravan in like an hour.
Yeah. I'll be at the
Leave it on
caravan.
Alright, stay safe. Ash,
Always.
oh, have fun talking. Cracks his knuckles and begins walking out.
Ash is going to head to the caravan.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's start with Ash. I'll go talk to Maribel, but we can start.
Okay. Ash, what do you do? Where are you going?
Ash is going to the caravan. She's just going to take a seat on top in the little like nook that she's made in the supplies. Like she put a blanket down to like have a little chill area where she can sleep. And then she pulls out her book and she writes a message to her mother.
Mhm.
And the message says, I think probably it's best for us to meet. It's about Pentagraven. Pentagraven? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
Pentagraven. I write that with a question mark at the end. Yeah, no, I got it right. I think it's a lost cause, but unless you want to fight for it, let me know. And then I wait.
As you like write that in there and shut it, or like just give it a moment, you see like another page like glow golden as words kind of just like envelop the page. As you flip open towards the page, it just goes, "You're still there?" ? And then she writes under it, "Sweetheart," like almost sarcastic. You know, she probably only calls you sweetheart sarcastically. She says, "Sweetheart, if you want to waste any more time saving a place that makes us nothing, then please make that your pet project. But get moving, as we have other goals we need done."
I just write back, do you know Flo?
There's like a ... like almost like an ellipsis, like she's getting ready to write back. You see the golden page just like light up, and she goes, What about her? And then, period.
I do not reply. And I stuff the book angrily into my robes.
Okay.
And she's gonna hurt me later for that. Then I just get down from the caravan and I like kind of stomp around, and then that's pretty much what Ash does until the rest get back.
Absolutely perfect.
My
Doll.
mother is a bitch and she knows something.
You feel the just disdain through the pages that you've gone.
Yeah.
Doll and Dante, who wants to go up next?
I mean, if you're alright with me stealing, I'm just walking over to that cradle real quick.
Okay.
We left an arm there, did we not?
You did leave. You took the band. You left the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I just wanted to get some more information kind of cleared about it. Because it was an obsidian black arm, wasn't it?
And it was larger than like a human. Like it was a big arm.
Mm-hmm. About, what, 4 feet long?
Roughly.
Alright. Black skin, or is it chitinous?
It's chitinous for sure, but it's almost like on like the way that you're looking at it right now, it looks like it's been like mutated a bit. Like the chitin part seems to be like a little bit more broken up and like almost like pulled or stretched, if that makes sense.
Let's pull it a little bit more. I want to see if there's like human-esque skin underneath that chitin. Or like actual, I would say, meat and not like the actual bug-ish goo that would... I want to see if these are like full mutated as like maybe this was the final form of what these people were turning into before they were shunted back.
You pull apart the arm, like as you're kind of like digging through to just see, like as you rip it open, and it is like a black, like verdant green kind of like blood that seems to come out of it. It seems like it's, if you had to like take a guess, it doesn't seem like it was like a human that was turned. It seems like a natural, like somebody that was born there. But that's just based on what you're seeing. You can't really confirm it because you don't know.
Motherfuckers are breeding over there. Is the arm itself... Does the arm indicative of natural-born weapons like a claw or long nails, something from melee? Or would this be something that's more opposable for using tools like ourselves?
It's opposable, but also like you do see like it does have like longer nails and like almost like it's had to like, you can see like the nails too. They're kind of like expanded with the arm, but they look like a little bit more like beaten, like somebody that's had to do a lot with their hands, and they're kind of like tore up a little bit.
Final question of this quick little escapade. Is there anything else from just scouring over the crater that I'm able to pick out of the rubble or see that strikes me as odd, possibly around where the actual portal was, or something that was obscured by dirt and rocks that I can turn over with my feet and hands?
You guys have had really bad lucks with investigation checks on this crater, so you want to roll me an investigation check, we can see if you find
Okay.
something.
Let's do this. What's my investigation? Fucking 0? Yeah, it is. Let's party.
So is mine.
Well, the trend isn't changing, Billy. That is a natural 1.
Oh no. You lose the arm.
It's just like,
God
goes
damn it.
back, it's gone forever.
Shit.
While you're investigating and you're like pulling some of these rocks and moving some of the rubble, you move a rock and like you see like a small glow kind of like emanate from under a pile of rocks that wasn't there before you started disturbing all these rocks.
Like how far down is this glow? Is it like, does it look like
Very
a glowing
surface level. You
rock?
probably can move like a couple rocks and see what's under it if you wanted to.
Yeah, of course.
You move like one of the rocks, and this like there seems to be like what almost seems to be like a very quick sigil that just burns into the ground before like you have a chance to like study it, and it just dissipates. One moment, please.
Dude, it's a bouncing Betty.
Run, God, go!
God!
Did it look like the sigil I got written down?
Yes,
I don't know. I didn't see it.
it would have if you.
I showed you the sigil she wrote down.
Yeah, you guys were all standing around.
I fucking showed you my book. I meant, pay attention. 1 second.
Damn,
Look at the
if
book
only
for
I
1
had a
second.
number higher than a 1 that would make me pay attention. Yeah.
You move that rubble and that sigil, and you start seeing a tiny little swirl above you as it like slowly starts, like it's like the size of like a nickel at this point, but it's starting to open, but it's not like, it's very very slow, and it is like
Oh,
slowly
fuck
creeping.
off. Motherfucker. It's beginning to open.
Slowly.
Well, shit, looks like it's happening again.
It's very
I'm
small.
Squash it
It's
closed.
very
Squash
small.
it closed. Get it like a fly.
like, I'm just gonna pick up a rock and just throw it at the spot as it opens and try and squish it.
You do it, and it just like like you see the rock like get sucked and smashed and pulled into the other side.
Motherfucker. Okay, time
Dante.
to...
Before you get a chance to like keep going, you hear like a small voice in your head that just goes, "I didn't think I'd find somebody that would do the deed for me. You're interesting." And that just rings out through your head.
Alright, motherfucker, what you want? You shitter.
You already did what I wanted. This is interesting. You're an interesting specimen. I can't wait to see you further.
Fucking course. I'm gonna towards the caravan and walking out of the crater and then running after I'm out of the crater. Just because for some reason he thinks that someone can see him while he's in the crater. But the second he crosses that threshold, he's fine.
The voice doesn't. It ends after it says that. But yeah, you definitely, the little hole is like not big, but it is visible. It definitely activated based on what you were doing.
You done did it now.
Hell yeah,
God,
dude. I don't know what I did, but it ain't good.
Natural one. Love it.
Doll,
I'm running back to the caravan.
we're gonna go over to you in the meantime, talking to Maribel.
We're all running back to the caravan, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna go try to find Maribel again. Go look for her at that table where she was sitting with the elders.
She's eating her food just like calmly, a little shaken, but she's not really talking to the elders. She looks like very lost in her own world at the moment, based on everything you guys said.
I will go, actually, no, before I approach her, I'm gonna pull one of the walnuts out of my bag. Just hold it in my hand. And then I'm gonna go up to her. Maybe bend down, because my knees don't work so well. Like, hey, Maribel. Hey, girl. Hey. How you doing? Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, doll?
I know. I'm gonna bend down with my knees, try to squat down near her. Hey, yeah, old joints. Right? How fun getting old. Yeah. So I know the conversation we had was not probably what you expected, but I think all of us feel really strongly that you should talk to Luther and rely on him for guidance in this. Who knows? He may be really open to a leadership opportunity. And you can even like frame it like that and see if he'll co-lead with you to take care of your people.
I don't. With all due respect, doll, I don't know if Luther is the right person to help lead. But he might. I mean, he's definitely has some good ideas. I know we had him contracted before with the town. Well, we tried to. He didn't want to, but it wasn't like a contract thing. It was more just like he stayed, but he wouldn't go under. It was a whole thing. Anyway, yeah, I've worked with Luther before. I know he means well, and
Maybe just like an advisor.
yeah, I mean, I could do that. What benefit does Luther know or have something that could help us?
He is very one with the lands, much like myself. He can lead you guys safely to a place that's going to be more sustainable for all of you. In fact, even trying the areas where he was foraging the day you all came back. I would really lean on him to help you all out right now. You shouldn't stay here though. And I wanted to give you this, and I'm gonna give her the walnut. Walnuts are great at both providing nutrients. Walnuts, of course, they spread very quickly and grow very quickly, and they also will kill any other plant, pretty much any other plant in their vicinity, which will keep you guys safe from the vines,
Sure.
maybe even the birds.
Oh, plant. Okay, so because I thought you were saying I should eat it. Okay, yeah, that makes.
Maybe not this one. Don't eat this one. It's still in the shell, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Still in the walnut shell. Yeah. Okay.
Why?
So I
What?
Yeah.
Why would we want to kill the plants around us?
Have you seen the pink vines by chance?
No, I mean we've only been back
No.
for a small amount of time. What
Right.
are the
Yeah.
pink vines?
The pink vines have infested your town.
What?
They are underground. They have been killing off forests en masse and animals as well. They do not bode well. So, and we think they might be tied to the portal. I would try to get as far away from them as possible, even if that means kind of a nomadic approach, staying on the move.
Doll, she stands up and like pulls you to the side. Are you saying we can't even grow here? How are we gonna survive here?
Gotta keep moving.
I don't even know how to
keep moving.
That.
That's why I'm telling you Luther can help. He's familiar with the lands around here. He can help you guys find food, grow food, sustain yourselves. And honestly, probably be pretty happy. I mean, it's a more organic way of life, and I don't know, you can feel the connection and maybe build it more to have somewhat of a foundation as you guys keep moving.
That sounds like we're destined to be slaughtered. This is, I mean, if we can't hold up
You're
here,
destined to be slaughtered if you stay here.
I mean, okay, so it sounds like there is no choice to stay here, I guess.
I would not stay here.
Okay, this is a lot to think about. Yeah, I will talk to my people about it. Okay, thank you for the information, doll, and I will, we're gonna think of a plan, I guess.
I believe in you guys. I believe in you more, as you are self-sustained. You've got this.
Thank you. I mean, hopefully
Stay strong, okay?
doesn't open up anytime soon, and we have a little bit of time before something gets worse. Thank you.
Fingers crossed. Stay away from the pink pines, though, and the dead forests.
Dead forest, pink vines, portal of death, and okay, got it.
No death. Erase death, and maybe portal from your list, and add Luther instead.
Okay, thank you for the vote of confidence, doll, and I will take that to heart and figure it out. Thank you. And she just looks like on
Guys
the
are
verge of a
resilient.
panic attack.
Hey, Maribel,
Mhm.
you've got this.
Okay.
Okay? You're
Yep.
resilient. You
Mhm.
guys have done hard things before.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take a second and go vomit behind the tents for a second. Um,
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Fun with that, girly. Have
Thanks.
someone hold your hair.
Yep.
Hey.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi.
She makes she like makes her way back behind the tents, and you just do hear like a little bit of like oh, yeah. She's
It's
by
about to
herself.
make her day so much worse.
Yeah.
I know, since that was like their only ration, too. She just threw up the last meal she'll have in probably a while. Good for her. Alright, after that, I will also make my way back to the caravan.
Okay. All of you are making your way at different speeds, or Ash, you are already at the caravan. All of you get back together.
How long was that whole thing?
Not long, maybe like 15-20 minutes tops. You guys all were in different
I was
areas.
trying
Yeah,
to
I've
try
put
and
things up
sneak a short
quickly.
rest in there.
Yeah. That's
I put things up quickly.
Seriously.
I mean, you could try.
So Maribel took it like really well. So I think she's gonna like just thrive on this new nomadic journey for her and her people.
That's real good to hear, doll. The portal's fucking opening again, guys. By the way, just yeah,
Right now?
right fucking now.
I wanted to leave before that happened.
Well, it's fucking there, and something can talk to you through the goddamn portal now. It's gotten worse.
What did you do?
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Someone
Someone.
can like a friendly someone.
Oh no, fuck. I don't know what the shit that thing is, but he talks.
We
And
Can
the
you talk to
portal's
him like right
opening
now?
right
Did he
now.
like? Okay.
Oh, he said
Okay.
I was an interesting specimen, which I am, but that's besides the point. The
Yeah, it's
point
always creepy
is,
when someone says that.
the point
You didn't
is
even
that
try to like flirt back. I'm disappointed.
oh, I ain't gonna fuck the sentient portal that's opening to ass blast this town, okay?
I've known men who have done much worse, so. No.
Alright, well then I'm a fucking saint. I wanna see what the fuck steps through that portal, or if that portal could be closed.
Let's go.
Astral glory hole. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Alrighty, how are
An
you the worst
astral
part of this
glory
conversation?
hole. Ash writes that idea down.
Like, you're giving all the wrong ideas in this moment.
Astral glory hole. Find the story on our Patreon in a couple of months from now.
Saving this timestamp.
Oh man.
Okay.
Love it. Yes. Let's head over there.
Let's go.
You all make your way down to the, in your words, the astral glory hole at the bottom of the crater.
No.
That is slowly. I mean, it's like right now, it's like the same size as basically when you left Ante. It's like the size of like a nickel. But it's slowly starting to like you got time is what I'm saying. It's not gonna open immediately.
I could try to dispel it, but it looks like it's growing.
Do you want to try to talk to that individual again?
Oh,
I don't.
Words can be
fucking-
dangerous.
I don't fucking know.
I guess we could try.
And how fucking big did that hole need to even be for the arm to be stuck through?
Yeah, one of those little fingers is probably a.
It's definitely gonna finger the hole for sure.
If you're gonna fucking scratch and
How
sniff
big?
us?
How big was the hole?
The hole at the time was probably like, like a man, like a
Tell me
sewer.
when.
Yeah, don't keep going. It's like that wide, like as big as like a manhole cover. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
That's not
Okay.
that big. A manhole cover's not that big.
I don't know.
Probably about that.
It's
wide.
Yeah.
It's a very
It's
wide. It's a wide
wide.
hole at the time.
Wide.
Wide hole.
Alright. Alright. And now it is tiny hole.
It is a tiny hole compared to the one's wide hole. Yes.
Okay. Ash takes notes. No. And then
Kinda- The destruction of this town's coming, and that's what's gonna kill me.
it is a small hole. What? Okay, so my question
Yes.
is, what body part could fit through this hole?
That
Because
is.
Because that's about the
You
distance
really
I'm
wanna-
getting
It
away
just
from it.
keeps getting great. Right now, like
I'm sorry.
something that's like a finger size or like.
All right,
like,
I get
definitely
about a
number
finger's
size.
distance from the portal then, because he can't reach me. Hello,
Um,
are you flirting with my brother?
you hear a voice like kick back in your head and go
In my head or out loud?
in your head. It's just in your
Oh,
head.
nasty! I hate when this happens.
I would. I mean,
I
honestly,
like my book.
I'd flirt with any of you coming close to the hole, but completely up to you. Why don't you take a step
I'm
forward?
sorry. Who am I speaking to?
You hear like you don't hear anything for a second, and then you hear, well, I've never been asked to introduce myself before somebody introduces themselves first. Who am I speaking to?
Are you talking out loud, Ash? Are you saying this out loud, or
I'm
just in your
talking.
head?
I'm talking out loud, but
Okay.
you don't hear a reply. I imagine.
Mhm.
Ash Smoke Spot.
Ash Smokespite. Smokespite. Where have I heard that name before?
I don't
Oh.
know, but I like telling people because usually they tell me what they've heard it before.
I do know where I've heard it before.
Tell me.
Your mother. I know.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. She helps
interesting.
you with what you do on this plane, correct?
I mean, maybe. You said you were gonna tell me who you were after I told you who I was?
No, I just wanted your introduction first. I didn't make any promises or deals. It's really interesting to know that I'm talking to a smokespite. What are you
It's
doing?
really interesting to know that I'm talking with a trickster.
No, my terms are solid. I would never lie to anybody. Just bend the rules a little bit.
Yeah, I know your type.
Interesting. Well, I
Can
guess
I see anything through this hole?
you see like what seems to be kind
I
of
don't.
like,
I don't get that close. Like this is like looking through a like a doorknob hole. Like what is it? A keyhole?
Keyhole.
Nightmares. Knife and eye.
you-
Like,
yeah. This is how you get a sick eye patch real fast.
Yeah,
Um,
literally.
You like look from a distance and you can see like it's very dark in there. You can see a lot of movement. But like it's just things moving in front of the
Like
hole.
light from far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really feel like answering any more of your questions, so unless you feel like answering some of mine, I think this conversation's over.
Well, what do you want to know? Besides my identity.
Who you
Oh,
are. Yeah,
still
see?
on it.
Oh no. We're coming to an impasse. What are we gonna do?
Here's what we could do.
Oh, yes.
I will give you the information you want, but I need something in return.
I don't really make deals with dickheads in holes.
I was waiting for the classic deals with the devil, but I understand calling somebody a dickhead that you can't see physically. Well,
Are you a devil, dear sir? It's so nice to meet you.
Where he is.
Huh?
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you? And I'm so sorry.
are you
Okay,
all
yes.
singing? This is.
That wasn't in character.
I don't know what that means.
I seem to have picked up an Australian accent.
Oh.
No, yeah, where are you? Where are you calling from? Where are you coming from? Where are you bringing your friends from?
Well, they just wanted to see you again. I just wanted to bring them back. So I'm bringing them from their home back to their old home, I guess, if that makes sense.
Why do they want to see me? Or was that just a, collective view?
Well, I don't ask them the personal of their nature. They just made the request and gave what was needed. I mean, to be fair, from my side, I could also close this hole or even send them somewhere else. But I need something from you.
I don't like any of this.
Okay.
I'm gonna just pick up a rock and put it over the top of the hole.
It just sucks in. It's like right to the other side. Just.
Okay, I
I
got a
already
bigger
tried that.
hole. A bigger rock? A bigger rock?
You put a bigger
Oh.
rock, it crushes and just like sucks it right in.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's not good. Did you get that?
You could try pooping in it.
Oh yeah.
What if we set up a new outhouse right here?
That would be fantastic.
You should.
That would be
Is
an
this hole- is this
effective
hole getting
waste
bigger?
management system.
The hole is a tiny bit bigger. And the voice goes, "Yeah, you should definitely put people near the hole."
No,
Go
you're
for it.
struggling to get through in the first place, so it must be using quite a bit of that power that you seem to, have behind that voice of yours.
Well, it wouldn't have been a problem if somebody didn't close the first one. So, yeah, it does take a little bit of time to manufacture.
I could just close this one again, really, if I felt like it.
You could. And then a couple days from now, it will reopen and my friends will meet your friends.
I'll be long gone by then.
That's fine. I know who you are, Ash Smokespite. So it won't take time.
Interesting.
Go ahead. Put a
Have fun.
stick in my plans.
You have plans. That's even more interesting. I would prefer to just meet you. Why don't you come through this portal of yours?
And come to your little group of your brother who talks about being the strong one, and then the other one who closed my portal last time, and yourself. I think I'm more comfortable where I'm at right now currently, but do know I would like to meet you all at some point, just on friendlier circumstances, if that makes sense.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Do y'all have any questions for him? Because I don't really care.
I mean, did you ask him if he's friendly?
He is a bit of a cunt, really.
Rude.
Oh, is he a prince?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds like he's a devil of some kind. Someone that likes to make deals, bit of a trickster.
You
I mean,
did give
obviously
him
made
your
a
name,
deal
which
with
is like a
whatever
big
was going
no-no
through.
for the fae.
I
because they,
know,
take
but
your name.
it's
So,
fun. It is fun.
okay.
I
deal.
didn't. Yeah, no, it's okay. I didn't give it to him. If technically he owes me something, truly, because if I gave him my name, he owes me something in return, as per most devil deals. But that just depends on if he, follows those types of rules.
Ish, how fucking comfortable are you with stating that he is a devil. It's just being an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, he called himself a devil, so it just depends on whether or not I tripped him up or if he just likes to give himself a weird moniker.
Hmm.
I'm going with weird.
This,
Does sound weird.
if he's a devil in the astral plane, opening up portals to send beetle people through, maybe he's stuck there too. Because devils normally don't like live in the astral plane.
He could be opening portals for multiple places, though, really.
I'm gonna pick up the arm and try feeding it back in the hole. Because I want to.
You
Just
do
gonna
it.
spray black ooze on them.
It
I'm
absolutely
gonna
like
my shirt's white.
paper shredder. It does like crush it and smash it through the other side. You guys get hit with like a little bit of debris,
Fun.
and it just like sprays on whatever is the other side.
Did you get that? I like yell into the hole.
You, doll, you hear a voice respond and go, "Yes, they got that."
Did they need it back?
that.
I don't think it's any use of them at this point, but they seem more agitated now that they're covered in the grime and, well, dirt that you just fed them, pretty much.
Were they mad that, like, we cut off their arm?
Do I have to dignify your question with a response? Would you be upset if your arm was removed?
Answer the lady's question.
Yes, they were upset that their arm was removed from their body, I believe.
Okay. Can you talk to, like, multiple of us at the
Yes,
same time?
all of you can hear me except your brother, who is outside of my range. So,
Dante, get in on this. Oh my gosh.
I'm outside of the splash zone right now. Whatever you two are fucking up right now, I'm sure you have it handled.
It's fun.
Okay. Are you, like, trapped there?
mm,
You need help.
do I? Yes, I am trapped here. I need help. Maybe you could make a deal with me and we could figure out how to get out. I would always love somebody to, help me help you, if that makes sense.
Deals are great when, number one, you have a contract in place. I assume, right, Ash? Is that how business works?
Absolutely.
Deals, contracts. You probably need to sign like an NDA too, and also like a non-compete. Are you like okay with that?
Absolutely perfectly fine with that. I would never talk about the details of whatever we put together. I think it could be legendary, but
Oh my gosh, I know. Oh, that sounds amazing. I've always wanted to be part of like something legendary. Well, this was fun. So you're not like privy to like giving us your name, like telling us who you are, or well, you live on like the astral plane, obviously. Well, it like seems like you are. We've been calling this like the astral glory hole. Thoughts?
that's okay. Good names. I love myself a good glory hole, but I will tell you, the astral plane is not what is connected to this hole. It's a different. Well, I mean, you'll find out soon. Yeah, look. I hate to give you all of the information and not let you just find it out. So I'll
Do
just.
you?
I'll
Because
just.
I mean, it seems to me you really like the supervillain monologue.
I thrive in a supervillain monologue. I don't consider myself a supervillain, but I appreciate the classification. I think that's absolutely wonderful that you see me like that.
Oh God.
But
Okay, so like just so you know, like if you do come over here, there's like no food. So you need to like bring some with you. If you do plan on coming over, like maybe just like a little ration situation.
I can do that.
Yeah? Awesome.
Yeah, I could bring food to the entire town.
Wait, are you part of the glacial exchange?
I I don't think I'm part of the glacial exchange. I'm a free agent, if you would call me that.
Like the shadow exchange, like sort of like the elements, like
Um,
yeah.
sure. You could call me a shadow exchange, I guess.
Okay.
If that's how you want to classify me. I appreciate all the titles you're bestowing upon me today. That's respectable.
I'm
Are we
I'm
dating?
only getting half of this conversation. I'm already so distraught. I'm just sitting on the edge of the crater with my head in my hand. Oh fuck.
I think you
I'm
got a new
happy to
boyfriend.
give you, yeah, more titles, like anything you want verbally, except for maybe like a chant, like a spell chant. Um, Happy to sing your praises, no problem. Um, I guess we're just kind of sketched out by like the nondescript nature of what you're telling us. Like, spill the tea, fam.
What what tea would you like me to spill, fam? I will tell you anything that you'd like to know, with no problem.
Oh, fam. Great. Well, Ohana means family.
Oh,
So
interesting.
now no one gets left behind
I will note that word that
because
you
we're
said.
fam.
Um, thank you,
Great.
Ohana.
Ohana.
Yes.
Um, yeah. I guess we just kind of wanted to know like what your plans were, like once you get to the other side. Like that would really like help us out, like to help you, like help us help you,
Are you
fam.
are you trying to like just ask me what I am like planning on doing when I get over there? I mean, I
Yes, I mean, isn't that part of like the monologue? Like usually like they like we talked about the tea, like pour the pot,
I mean you put
tip the kettle.
you all spilled the tea of my name or my title being a supervillain. I don't classify myself as a villain. I honestly I
What
get a
do you
little lonely. It's
classify
been a
yourself
while.
as then?
So, um
Okay, that's fair.
I classify myself as a purveyor of, well, connection. If that did not
Okay,
make sense, but it makes sense to me.
sure. So would you call yourself like? So I was just curious. Like, would you call yourself like a prince? Like, are you royalty?
Do you think I'm royalty?
I don't know. You have like this attitude about you that makes me wonder.
Then sure, I could be considered royalty.
But now you're saying like you're a purveyor, so it makes me wonder if you're just like setting this up and not being able to like even enjoy it.
I'm going to enjoy the things that happen, but
Okay,
also,
so like, okay, like tell me your vision because right now I'm seeing like you come through. You send more demon bug mutants that were people here once and they just kind of flood everything and kill everyone and eat everyone and destroy the land even further. Do you know about the pink vines?
of course,
You do.
I do.
Did you create that? Like, are they like from like where you're at?
Doll, I believe you know about the pink vines more than I would. I mean, you're, well, spoilers.
How do you know that I know more? That seems like you know more.
I know about them, but I didn't create them, and
Okay.
I didn't do anything to facilitate them. But I mean, you should have all of the information on the pink vines on your own, from your
I
background, if
do,
I'm
but
not.
I was. Thank you. Like, I really appreciate that. I love how we're like singing each other's praises. But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I know like where they're like kind of like coming from, but I was just wondering if there's like an influence of like where you're at versus like coming through, right?
I am an outside purveyor of the things that are happening. I am just a observer of everything going on. In this case, I personally don't even want these nasty, nasty insects to come to your world, but I am excited to see what happens. And I will give you a free piece of information. I
Ooh, well,
I didn't. I'm not going to send many of these insects, unless they want to.
Okay. So you're having combos, like inside discussions. Love this. Um, okay, I mean, like, you've answered like a lot of our questions. Do you have like any questions for us?
Would you like to close the portal on your side?
I mean, like, we're a little worried about, like, I don't know, just because like the arms seem like really aggressive coming in, and we like told the people that we would like the people here that we would like look out for them, you know?
Oh.
So we're just wondering how this is going to facilitate looking out for them in like a positive way.
Are you their heroes? Are you their saviors?
No, unfortunately. And I
Interesting.
hate saying that.
That's, well, then unless you want the information to help them thrive, I mean, it doesn't really seem like your concern then. You probably could move on with your group and let
Do you
bygones
have
be
the
bygones.
information that'll help them thrive?
I could keep the town fine and going for a long time. I could keep them protected, I could keep them fed, I could keep them, well, many things.
Unchanged?
Unchanged.
Mm. What do you think about that, Ash?
What do you want in return?
What do you have?
No, that's not how it works. You tell me what you want. You tell me what payment is gonna be good enough to cover this town's lives. What are the other group giving you? What are you doing this for them?
Well, that's
You
privy
don't seem
information.
that bored.
That's part of my NDA. Is that what you called it? The NDA of the contract? That fortunately
Between
it's not-
us, like, we don't disclose outside of us. Duh.
Oh, I apologize.
It seems to be how dollars work.
All I'm saying is they offered something that was perfect to get them transportation to the other side.
3 times now?
This is the only one I've done. Well, once. Mine shut the first time because you dispelled it, but I didn't. The other ones weren't me.
Interesting. Do you know what the last times were?
Well, I. Whew, do you really not? Do you and your group really not know? Interesting.
No.
And
We
you-
haven't bothered to work it out because we got you here.
Well, I wouldn't want to spoil a good thing. So figure it out. You're a smart group of people.
Are we?
We're really not, so I guess we just won't find out. Thanks anyway, but alright. Well.
So you just want us to open this portal? Is that what we're hearing?
Oh no, he won't tell us what he wants from us. He wants us to offer up something.
Anything.
I give
But-
you this rock.
We have a lot of rocks, but also it seems like even if we don't give you what you want, you're still gonna open the portal anyways.
If you don't give me what I want, I have to fulfill my side of the contract, and that portal will open. But
You could have a deal with us and still fulfill your deal with them. What's stopping you from just doing both?
well, if I had something from you, then things would be more interesting in the future, wouldn't it? I'm curious to see the adventure of the little Spectre Spirits caravan and where you end up going.
Seems like a barter back and forth. Like they're gonna offer something next, and then we're gonna have to offer something because you're gonna be in our heads probably. So
You've been watching us longer than we've been here, haven't you?
I mean, I have more information on the group of you, but I'm not living in your heads rent-free, as they say.
No. But you have eyes in the city?
I have eyes in a lot of places. I have people that follow what I put down, and they bring back the information I need. So, but I'm giving a lot of
Are you a
info.
patron of sorts?
Some people call me that. Some people call me other things. It just depends on what your definition of a patron is. In my eyes, a patron is somebody that gives something of value to somebody, and I could be a patron to anybody, technically. Look,
Alright.
I'll keep it quick. If there's something that you want to offer me of great value to yourselves, I will help you with your problem. If not, that's okay. This won't be the only time we meet. I'm very sure of it. I'm very curious to see where your adventure takes you. But I will leave you with this. I will give you the information you want to know, but one of you will owe me a non-negotiable favor in the future. If not, that's fine. But the offer's there, then you know where to find me if you need me. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to prepping some very curious friends to rejoin their old friends back in this world. So, good luck.
Hey, bring lots of food with you. They're starving here. Okay, bye.
Goodbye. And the voice stops.
Well,
We should close the portal.
yeah, I'm gonna dispel magic on that portal.
Okay. Go ahead and hit me with...
Mark off the spell slot. 5th level.
I also have it in case you need that spell slot for anything else.
No, I can just do a short rest to get them back.
Okay.
Do I gotta roll for it? What level
Yeah.
spell was it?
Fifth level.
Yep. DC 15.
Is it plus anything? Or is it just my d20?
Your... It's gonna be plus your spell casting ability check using... Hang on. Make an ability check using... Yeah. It's gonna be making an ability check using your spell casting ability. So whatever your...
Spell casting ability. Is that my spell attack or just my modifier?
I think it would be probably your spell attack. In this case, we'll do it that way. That's fine.
Okay.
Then 18. I thought I got a 14. 18. 18.
It, like, starts to shut and just, like, seals away for the moment. And the voice doesn't react or say anything back to you.
Well, that was interesting.
It's really a shame that we don't have like a beholder's eye or something, because we could really use some like anti-magic right now. We just put it on top and then keep the portal from opening. I don't even know if that would work, but like, yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
we can
fun
just feed them the Rakshasa that are chasing us and call it good.
These people are doomed.
Yeah.
Doomed.
I think it's time for us to pack up the Spectre Spirits and get out of here.
So too. They know that they need to move, the people that are here. But I don't know how quickly, these guys would catch up to them.
Yeah.
So. I
Alright.
don't think there's really, anything else we can do for them. Yeah.
No. Let's get back to the caravan.
If we had time on our side and they had a little bit more to offer us in exchange, we could bash some skulls together, but as it stands, there is neither time nor money to be invested in this.
No. And we personally don't have any investments.
They're all dead or traitors?
What we got. Exactly. We have to go. We have to leave before it becomes our trouble. I mean, I already stuck my foot in it, but it's fine.
I did too,
As
so we
you just
can
got
wipe
another
this
person who
shit
doesn't
off
like
together.
Mm-hmm.
You just got another person who doesn't like you that I gotta keep their shit in when they arrive. Another day, another dollar.
It's alright. I'm collecting people that hate me.
Hey, he either hates you or he really likes you, and honestly, I don't know what's worse at this point.
That's very true. All right. Where's Gargoyle? Argyle. What's his name?
Argyle.
Argyle.
Argyle. He is sitting
Probably
in the.
with Fox.
He's Foxmoth is just in the back of the caravan, sleeping. Argyle is just bussing glasses.
It's time to go, Argyle.
Time to. Okay, what's the plan here?
They're
These
leaving,
people are about to
hopefully.
become migrants. Town
I'd
ain't
move
safe.
fast. No.
I closed another portal. They got another couple of days.
Interesting.
Let them know. But it's time to move on. We got a contract. You know that.
We can't stay around closing fucking portals for them, and every time one of those portals open, another explosion is gonna fucking follow. Even if we could set up something to close the explosions, this town will be ripped apart.
Okay. Well, that's I'm not gonna judge you.
I'm gonna insight check his judgment.
Judge us for what?
I'm
What are
gonna
you
go
doing,
around and start planting
Argyle?
walnuts just around while they're having
Argyle
this
says,
conversation.
I'm not gonna judge you. Insight check. Argyle's judging the fuck out of us.
So what's your insight check?
What are you doing, Argyle?
Dirty 20 insight check on Argyle judging the
He is
fuck out of us.
absolutely. He looks like it looks like it was confirmed. Like in his head, he's not looking at you as much, Doll, but he's looking at Ash a little bit more than Dante. But like it looks like something is confirmed in his head, and he goes, "Okay."
What the fuck was that look?
Nothing. We have a contract to fulfill, and that's it's your. I get it. You're living up to your name. I understand.
Alright. And Ash is gonna climb on top of the Spectre Spirits.
I'll quickly finish up what I'm doing and climb in as well.
And make sure everything's packed up.
Argyle quietly just starts helping and putting stuff away. As you guys start packing the Spectre Spirits, you do see as like Doll, you see it first, where you see Luther kind of like making his way towards the caravan, and he walks up, and he kind of sees you guys putting stuff away. And
I'll pop back out. I'll climb back out. Hey, Luther. Are you okay?
Yeah. Are you and your team leaving?
Yeah, we gotta get going. I told Maribel, and I hope you don't mind, kind of look to you for some guidance. I don't think it's safe for any of you to stay here. We had a nice conversation with some evil person on the other side of that portal, in fact, and they plan on coming over as soon as possible. We did close the portal again. Another one was opening. So we closed it. You guys don't have very much time though, a day. So you might want to get your escape plan back in action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no matter, and he walks up to you and he puts his small little hand on your hand and he goes, no matter what, thank you for all you've done. And your group too. And
thank you.
Doll, be careful. What those vines lead to is it's not gonna be pretty. So. And
Oops.
he.
Thank you for your hospitality and for welcoming us when we didn't really know where we belonged here. So, you've been amazing, and I know you care about these people. And I know you'll do good things with them. So move swiftly if you can.
He looks at you with like a tear that just like kind of runs down his cheek, and he goes, "Good things."
I'll wipe it away with my gross skeletal hand.
He doesn't even react. He just like gives like a look to you and says, "Just remember the time we spent in Pentagraven together, and thank you for that."
I'll try to reach out when I can, too. If there's any kind of sending spell I can come across or something, I'll reach out.
He puts his hand on your hand and says, I don't think that's going to be necessary at all. But thank you. And gives a nod. And starts heading back to his home.
After he's left, and Doll's kind of still giving that confused face, sticking her head out of the cart, and just gonna kind of walk by with stuff in my arms, like, the dead man knows that he's talking more than you know that he's dead.
Is it that he's gonna be dead, or is it that he's gonna be evil? I don't know.
It's that he's gonna
It's
be dead,
weird.
Doll. That's what the eyes of a dead man looks like. He don't think he's gonna last the next couple days.
Eyes of a dead man? You're looking into the eyes of a dead woman.
And you have more life in
I
you
know
than
what
he
dead
will.
eyes look like.
Mm-hmm. Doll.
Who knows?
You're
He could
thinking
be evil. I don't
physically.
know. He could be conspiring with an arch-fey devil down in that hole. We don't know.
We've known him for 48 hours. There's only so much you can know from a person.
And yet she's still trying to reach for
Okay, I'm not discounting that he could be dead. That's very sad. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Could be.
It's not that you're not acknowledging that, it's that you're I think it's, you know what? Never mind. I think it's everyone's gonna get a little bit used to this feeling just a little bit, Doll. We're probably gonna be doing
With
it
this, like,
again.
weird, awkward overhanging. We can't save everyone. I'm used to that, though. I don't expect to save everyone. Some people have to die. It's fine. It sucks, but I get it. Do you need help carrying all of that?
Nah. I don't think I do. I just
Okay. Hurry your butt up and let's get going. I mean, this catnap for Foxmoth over here is gonna last forever.
Yeah, honestly. She wakes up and we're already on the road. She can't scream if all of a sudden she grows a heart too much, so keep loading.
He bite Dante. Weird.
Okay. As you guys pack the Spectre spirits, and make your way. Are you guys leaving the town right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Since everything's packed. Yeah.
Okay. As you all make your way through the gates, Argyle quietly just sits on top of the coach as he's like guiding the big mechanical clockwork bullfrog that's pulling the Spectre spirits. You do see some of the people come out of the building and like they look like they're gonna wave, but they're just confused as they see the group of you all leaving. And they head back inside as you guys make it through the gates and they shut behind you. You guys make your way out of Pentagraven and start heading. Argyle starts like kind of navigating towards where he knows he needs to go next. It's a very quiet ride for a second. Before you get far, like you just leave the gates. Dante.
Yes, sir.
2 episodes ago, when you were standing next to the gate, you heard a lot of noises coming from outside of the wall. As you make your way a little bit further, one of those noises that you heard was like a low moan. It sounded like a zombie. The closer you're getting, the more that's becoming like you're hearing that moan, and you hear a voice go, "Please, anybody, please, anyone, is anyone there?" And off a little bit ahead, you see on the side, like in like a ditched area, like a trail of like blood leading towards what seems to be like a hooded person, like laying in this ditch, and there's like another person like on top of them, like kind of like trying to mend their wounds. This is probably like less than a mile outside of the city. And as you guys go down the road just a little bit, not saying you're going to it, Argyle looks back to the group of you and says, "Well, what are we doing?" And before you guys have a chance to react, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode as we pick up next time to figure out what's going on with the people.
We're the bad guys.
Yeah, we ain't no heroes.
Damn hero. It's okay.
No.
That sucks
Just
being morally
the
gray.
closest, The
Yeah.
closest
It
that we
does.
get
It
to
actually
morality
hurts a
is
little
me
bit to be
poking
morally
fun.
grey.
It's okay.
The closest we get is just me poking fun at Doll, being like, "Hey,
Hey,
I was like
They're gonna be
almost
dead.
ready to
You
be
know
like,
they're gonna be dead.
all right, I'll make a deal, save the town, and what do you want? Like, I was like, don't ask
What
them
could
to do
we
that,
offer,
though.
though?
you
Yeah, I had
Literally,
nothing to
what could we
offer.
offer?
you guys played your characters the way that they, and to be honest with you, resolution is like it's morally great. That's okay to do what you need to do.
my only regret is I didn't get to fight anything coming through that portal. That would have been sick as shit."
But it's
I
okay.
didn't want to kill
didn't know
the
you
people
wanted
that were
to.
coming across. Like,
I'm
I
fine
didn't
with it.
want to be a part of the war that something else has created / done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
clearly
make
they
it a
just
war
want to
of just
be
plotting.
where is comfortable and home for them. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know.
And
Makes
that's
me feel weird.
that's if I can say one thing, that is a very big theme amongst what you guys are doing throughout the
Morally
rest of this.
gray.
So it's the decision of like, I mean, when we started TPK and like this whole idea, it's rehoming like these different people that are basically making Belisar their home, and that's the choices you guys are gonna have to make along the way. Is this their home? Do they belong here? What happens?
End of the day, they will not have to worry about food because they're about to fucking eat each other. So, like,
Yeah. Cannibalism.
that is what they. Yeah,
Cannibalism.
that's you ain't sneaking that one through. I just like through. I wanted to prod through. I wanted to. I was so sure, or at least Dante was so sure that like, he's like, you don't even feel a little bit bad, Ain't you supposed to be the bleeding heart person? But like, nah, she fucking tanked it. So
I have no bleeding heart. It's congealed and black at this point.
we got the two. Look, I was the only one with like the outright non-bleeding heart. You guys at least have nice voices and pretenses to go off of. So like, you confuse people into thinking that you have bleeding hearts. Everyone knows that I'm an ass. Argyle doesn't. Argyle expects nothing less. He thought better of you guys.
Yeah. Argyle's about to learn some fucking lessons.
Yep.
I'm excited.
I wouldn't see. It's almost good that it went like this because I wouldn't even have had time to bully Fox this episode. Spoilers for next episode, chat.
Dick butt.
It's coming.
You're all great. Tune in next Friday as we get everything great, and stay tuned for the raid that will actually end off on this time. So let me hit that button.
Finish to the abyss.
Okay, raid started.
Bye.
Join these great people. We'll see you guys on next episode. Thank you all for watching, and do great things, people. Goodbye. Bye forever. All right, raid.